Salve discipuli. Hello, students. This is Mr. Ricard, aka Magister Ricard, just coming to you live here on Friday, April 3rd. A couple weeks, 3 weeks since we decided to go online with our classes because of the coronavirus. So, anyway, I'm coming to you just to give you a quick update on the AP exams. You're going to be hearing a lot about that from other classes. Maybe this format works for you. You can just listen up and see what's going on. I created a document, a real quick one, kind of put some links in here, so you can kind of keep track of stuff as it comes up. But basically, as we know, AP exam is going to be online. It's going to be one 45-minute kind of session as opposed to a 3-hour session, which is the kind of traditional format, the longer format. So I want to go through a couple of things with you guys here. One, how will you take the exam? What content is going to be covered? And for this, I'm only going to focus on the two AP classes I'm teaching this year, AP Euro and AP Latin. What are those testing dates? Will it offer college credit? And of course, the preparation, which we'll be working on. I'll probably be doing something with that on the fly moving forward. So anyway, this document you have here, there's the updates. You can click on that. It's going to take you to an updates page for students. It'll look, it'll look something like this. You click on the updates. It'll take you here, and it'll basically break down for you an explanation. It gives you the exam schedule on one side. Here, let's be fancy. Let's use this mouse. The exam schedule, and then it gives you the taking the exams over here, which you'll be using a device for. So just again, kind of keep track of that. But here's the breakdown. So again, how will I take the exam? Taking the exam, the key here is that you must receive and submit your test on the same device. So you can use whatever device you want, be a laptop, a cell phone, smartphone, whatever. Anything that access the internet, you can use that device. But whatever you receive the test on, you must also make your submission on. You can't change between devices. You can't receive the test on your cell phone, then turn on submit on your laptop or vice versa. It has to be on the same device. So you want to make sure that you have that set up when it comes time for you to take your test, that you're going to want a quiet space for you to do this in your home. Obviously, work with everyone in the household that's there and say, hey, this room is a quiet space and this is the time I'm doing my test, so please, be quiet and that whole thing. Just work it out with everybody. Offer them bribes if you need to, but just make sure that you have the environment you want, but you're also going to be working on that one device. Now, I'll get into that in a second, but also you have to remember you're going to keep an eye on the timer yourself. There's no proctors, no teacher standing around saying you've got 10 minutes left or anything like that. You're going to have a device, I believe, in the other upper right or left corner. There'll be a little timer up there that you're going to have to keep your eye on to know how much time you have left. Submission must be submitted within a certain time frame. So I believe there's a 45-minute block for you to take your exam and a 5-minute upload time. So I believe that's separate. So you have 45 minutes for your test and you have 5 minutes to upload. So, and they are talking about if you wanted to handwrite it, you could handwrite it, take a picture and submit that, or you can just type it in yourself. Obviously, I think most people prefer the latter, where you just type it in and submit it yourself. If you wanted to and handwrite it and then take a photo and all that, you could do that, but I don't know. Anyway, they have coming out in late April, so an at-home kind of test guide that'll give you some heads up about what's going on. It'll give you a chance to log in, see what the format's going to look like, see what the timer is, all that stuff. So you won't see this for the first time on your testing date. You'll get some kind of familiarity before then. What content is covered? So AP Euro, here you go. Let's highlight this baby. So AP Euro, we got units 1 through 7. That means up to World War I. So this whole Unit 8 thing you guys are just working on online, not going to be on the exam, which kind of sucks because I think that's a very critical moment in history, obviously in the formation of the modern world and all these totalitarian things going on, which we're definitely looking at as it's being expressed today. But anyway, it's from 1450 to 1917. So our review will be consisting of that. The format, as we thought, the 45 minutes couldn't possibly be a DBQ, but guess what? Apparently it's going to be a DBQ. It's going to be a document-based question. So get it out of your system now. I know you're excited about that. It's going to be a modified DBQ, meaning there's only 5 documents, not 7. They're going to modify the rubric to score for using 5 documents as opposed to 7. So it's going to be more or less the same thing. It's just going to be shortened to have less documents. They feel that that's the best representation for your demonstration of knowledge of the course, which I kind of agree. It shows you can write an historical paper historical essay using evidence. So that's something we're going to be working on moving forward. So no worries there. I know. As for Latin, so those of you in Latin, looks like it's going to be, and this isn't, don't quote me on this because I can't seem to find the link to it. Their website's kind of having some issues right now. But if I recall everything correctly, and I'm pretty sure I do, it's going to be units for them. I think it was units 1 through 4, right? And that's not how we set up our units because I kind of jump around and have both authors going at the same time. They do too, but they have a different sequence. So anyway, what it looks like is it's books 1 and 2 of the Aeneid, and then it's going to be Caesar's De Bello Gallico. It's going to be books 1, 4, and 6. This also will include the English translations that you need to read, the English parts, which we've been kind of skipping over just in the interest of time to get through the Latin content itself. So you're going to have to read that. So that's probably a focus we're going to bring back into the class here as we wind down for the last stretch to get you guys ready. I'm not sure about the format. I've been seeing a couple of different things about it, but just to kind of give you all a sense of hope, that means both AP and AP Latin, I wanted to point something out to you. Some of the language here, it's important. The exams will include topic and skills most AP teachers and students have already covered in class by early March, right? So that's why there's a cutoff point. We know that some students have lost more class time than others, and we want to be fair to all students. So that's why there's some cutoff time. They're kind of going at a certain point in the course and not going beyond that because to kind of be fair to everybody. Here's the key. Like many college level exams, this year's AP exams will be open book / open note. Say that again. This year's 45 minutes AP exam is going to be open book / open note, mostly because they can't stop you from looking offline. You've got a device that you're connected to their website. It's going to probably most likely 99.999% have a lockdown browser involved in that. So you won't be able to skip around to different websites or anything like that. So don't get that out of your head. But the idea is that you could be looking at, textbooks, notes, all those kinds of things in front of you. So those of you taking great organized notes, this is going to be helpful for you. Those of you who haven't, this isn't going to be very helpful for you. There's a link here to get tips on taking open book note exams, open note exams. Check that out. That's probably a good resource. Most exams will have 1 or 2 free response questions. Okay, we know that that's kind of a lie because, again, AP Euro, you're doing DBQ. Each question is timed separately. Students will need to write and submit the responses within the allotted time for each question. For most subjects, the exam will be 45 minutes long, including an additional 5 minutes for uploading. Students will need to access the online testing system 30 minutes early. So 45 minutes for your test, 5 minutes for your upload. That's 50 plus another 30. That's 80 minutes, right? So they want to make sure you're there and sitting there. I don't know what the 30 minutes early thing is, but whatever. Students will be able to take exams on any device they have access to. Boom, boom, boom. They'll be able to either type or upload their responses. There you go. And that's pretty much where we're at with things. So to get kind of back to this, whoops. So what are the testing dates? Here you go. Testing dates for you guys. So AP Euro, it's going to be May 13th at 4 p.m. AP Latin, it's going to be May 12th at 12 p.m. That's the dates. These latter dates are for makeup dates. If you can't make that first date, you would have to work that with Miss Prominence, and get that set up. But I'm very certain you're going to take it on one of those 2 dates from the convenience of your home and your jammies. And at the same time, you're going to want to do it then because your senior year stuff, who knows what the world's going to be like at that point, if we have on-campus classes or not, if there's senior events going on or not, who knows. But you want to make sure everything is cleared out and you don't have to worry about anything lingering. So I would say get it done that first primary testing date. Besides, you can take it from anywhere. So there's not really any conflict there. It's going to offer college credit. Basically, the rundown is that they run their stats on past tests, and they figure that the short format, which is what you guys will be doing, and a longer format, they have stats that confirm that there's a 99% chance you would score the same on the longer format as you would in the shorter format. So that's what they're doing to kind of keep this credible for the colleges. The colleges feel confident in that. They feel confident in that. So even though you guys have less time and less questions to work with, they feel that it's going to really hit the breadth and depth of the course on that question or questions. Preparation, there's some live streams up on AP's YouTube channel. I got a link here in the document, so you can definitely check that out. Plus, we'll be doing our own in-house preparations and reviews. That's all I got for now. I hope that this information finds you well and everyone in your household is staying safe and no major issues. And you're just you're just popped your head out of your AP Latin text, either Caesar or Virgil, or out of that Spielvogel book for AP Euro. You're reading that, you know, feverishly. Anyway, hope all is well, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.